Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa. If you are just stumbling across this video, make sure to subscribe if you aren't already, and I truly appreciate you all. So let's hop in. I haven't really talked about why if you've been following along like on my previous videos, also I just have not been consistent on here, so I apologize for that, but hey, I'm a one-man show over here, so there's only so much I can do in the day, and sometimes I just don't honestly have the drive to do some things. So anyway, I've talked about it in my previous videos about me doing Whole30. I've been very inspired by Julie and Hunter Havens, who have openly done Whole30 on YouTube a few times before, and I believe they are still currently doing it, but they're very open about not following it to an exact T. And I want to be open with you guys as well. So I want to talk about why I wanted to start Whole30. It is now the first week of May. It is Thursday, May 6th, and I actually decided to start. So the last video I made was me going grocery shopping for Whole30, and I did end up starting that Monday. So I started last Monday. I believe it was like the 26th of April, and I just want to say that I went into it because I, one, have had pretty bad stomach issues. Like, there's something going on in my gut. I know it. I am very in tune with my health and nutrition, and I definitely know that there's just something that is off. And I wake up every single morning basically with what feels like really bad like gas in my stomach, but it's not gas. I don't have to go to the bathroom. It's nothing like that. It's just like my stomach just does not feel well, and oftentimes it leads me to like not eat breakfast because I am just not hungry because I'm bloated. Like, I'm very bloated. That is just so not like me. I just have not been ever like that, and I don't know when the switch happened, but I was kind of just like, you know what, I kind of want to try Whole30 to figure out if it's something I'm eating that is causing this disruption in my stomach. And I figured Whole30 would be kind of like the best choice, because on a Whole30 diet you are not eating anything processed, you are not eating any sugars aside from like natural fruit sugars and things like that. I figured Whole30 would be best because like that's kind of how I already eat to begin with. I eat mainly whole foods. The only, oh my god, my dad is cutting grass over there. I was wondering what the hell the loud noise was. Well, I apologize for those background noises if you can hear them, but like I was saying, I figured it would be the best option because I kind of eat whole foods to begin with. I don't really eat terribly bad, like, ever. If I do, it's like when I go out to eat, and I've gotten to a really good place with eating where, you know, at once I was vegan, I was vegetarian, pescatarian, I was all of those things a few years ago. I love doing that for the time being. It didn't end up working out for me personally and my body, so I started to eat meat again, and not red meat but just regular meat, and have just stayed very true to that ever since, and have figured out what types of foods I personally enjoy eating that work best for my body and to fuel the best way possible. So I've gotten to a really great place with eating whole foods like 90% of the time, and then just, you know, not really worrying or thinking twice about if I have pizza or if I have fries. Like, I don't really give a shit anymore. I just eat whatever I want, and I feel the best and I look the best that I think I've ever felt. But aside from my stomach is the biggest issue. I have a lot of gut issues, and so does my mom. We just don't know what it is. So again, like I said, that's why I decided to do Whole30. I started out strong, went grocery shopping, was loving it. I did it all throughout last week. Stuck to Whole30 Monday through Friday of last week, and then on Friday by the end of the week, I really didn't think that this was going to be super hard for me because, like I said, that's kind of how I normally eat to begin with. But there was something about just, I love the freedom of eating whatever I want, and that was what was very hard for me because I got to such a great place where obviously, like, you know, if I have a sweet tooth, I will fulfill that sweet tooth by having like a small piece of chocolate, because that's not going to kill anyone, that's not going to kill me. And it could be vegan chocolate, it doesn't have to be vegan, but it just, a small piece of chocolate is not going to kill you. It will help you fight those cravings. So I was really missing that like factor of just like being super free with what I was eating and having something to fulfill those cravings that I was having. And I am the type of person that like when I start something, I want to go all in. That's why I ended up going vegan. It's because I started out going vegetarian and then I went all in. So that's how I typically am, and I didn't want to cheat on this. However, by the end of the week, I just wanted to cave, like, which is not good in my opinion, because like if that, like, I was at such a good place with eating that I was kind of disrupting that place where I was at by restricting myself from eating the foods that I truly wanted to eat that actually aren't really that bad for me at all. Like having a piece of chocolate is not going to kill me. It's going to just make me happy. So that's what I didn't like by the end of the week. In those cases, that's why I think it's so terrible, and that's why diets are such a touchy subject for me. It's because people go on these diets and go all in, but then once those cravings hit, it's like they break and then binge eat and eat all of those terrible things, and then they just go on a roller coaster of eating that way all over again, and that's not where it's healthy. So I definitely am not going to sit here and say that that's me whatsoever. I do not have any sort of eating disorder, but I'm saying that that is just not a healthy way that I want to look at food. So by Friday, I was out to eat with my parents. I was going to eat a Whole30 meal out, and then I just was like, you know what, I kind of had a stressful week and I like having a little bit of alcohol here and there just because I like the like ambiance that it comes with. I like a good alcoholic drink. I don't like drinking, but I do like having a drink here and there because I think that's fine. So I wanted to have a drink. I had a drink and whatever. I still ate like Whole30 with my meal basically. Then after that I wanted pizza because I was just craving it then. So we ended up ordering a pizza to go, and then I ate some of that. So, you know, that's where it kind of broke. And then from there I decided that going forward I still would like to continue to eat mainly like a Whole30 diet. However, I'm gonna take away all the bullshit. I really had liked cooking the past week. That's been super fun for me to get back into. Like I said in my last video, I just thought the cooking aspect was going to bring back a sense of normalcy for me because I live at home with my parents. My mom cooks and I'm super thankful for that, obviously, but I wanted to start doing that and implementing that into my like daily routine to have some sort of normalcy again. So that's been a big blessing for my family. They've been loving that I've been cooking and I've been loving it as well. So, oh, he's coming around again with the lawnmower. So I still really like that aspect. I really like the aspect of cutting out all of the BS that's like just not needed in foods that you're eating. So like if you're eating fruit and nut mix, like having the extra sugar on like the raisins or the craisins or all of the disgusting like oils that are in those things. Like oils are fine, but not like the super highly processed oils like sunflower oil and things like that, canola oil. So I don't really want to be eating that. I definitely want to stay away from those things. I really would like to stay away from rice, pasta, things like that, because I don't really think that those things make me feel the greatest. I want to stay away from, like, you know, pizza I would have on the occasion, so that wasn't a big thing, but like, you know, the crust and the bread, that I want to stay away from. I got a little bit more into eating that since I've been home, and that wasn't like me before. The only kind of bread that I do really like eating that like I don't have a reaction to is sourdough bread. That is fine for me, and if I want to have that on the occasion, I will. Just like sugar and like the smallest amount of sugar in like healthier things that I eat. So like if I have a very small piece of chocolate to end my night, like yes, that is sugar, but it's a very small amount. It's not going to kill me. It's not going to make or break my stomach issues. So having something like that just to fulfill that craving and not be spiraling into wanting to eat like all this ice cream and junk food and things like that. That is definitely what I want to stay away from, obviously. And like my little poppy prebiotic sodas that are actually like healthy ingredients, but there is cane sugar in those, so it's like fruit juice and natural ingredients like that, but there is cane sugar in it. It's not like the first ingredient, but it's obviously still in there. So things like that I just truly enjoy having that make my day like a little bit better, especially like if I'm having a stressful day, it just helps. So I don't really think the Whole30 diet full on is for me, just because, like I said, I am at a really great place with being extremely balanced in my diet. There are just certain aspects of it that I would like to improve, and I think incorporating some of the Whole30 tactics, such as staying away from the highly processed oils, highly processed foods like the oat milk. I know I love my Oatly oat milk. I don't have it like often, but that is highly processed with like gums and oils and things like that. So maybe staying away from that and having like a better alternative. The one that I featured in my last haul was the Elmhurst almond milk. So having that, where it's just like 2 ingredients, it's processed but it's not like highly processed by any means. And yeah, things like that, just making like small switches here and there, I think would benefit me in the long run. I don't know if that's going to necessarily help my stomach issues. I didn't find that, I mean, obviously I don't think that just doing this for a few days is going to cure my stomach issues and, you know, get to the bottom line of what's affecting my stomach. But I would say that in those few days that I did that, nothing changed. So obviously, yes, you probably would have to do it for a longer period of time, but I just don't know if I would have figured out if there's really anything wrong that I'm eating like that's going on in my gut. So maybe it is something like I am allergic to and I just don't even know it. Even if it's something healthy like eggs. Like I have a friend who is allergic to eggs and she was eating them every single day. She didn't know it, so maybe that's like something that's going on, like I'm just eating something every day. My body is not receptive to it, so that could be causing the issues. Who knows? But I'm gonna keep living my life. I'm gonna keep eating the way that I want, but still incorporating these new tactics and trying to be like extra conscious of the things that I'm putting into my body, like I used to focus on a lot when I wasn't living at home. So that is where I'm at. Although I did not like fully focus on Whole30 this past week, well, it's Thursday, but the week's almost over, of this week, I did still cook, and I did still cook mainly Whole30 meals. I was eating Whole30. It was just like little things here and there that weren't Whole30. So I still really like talking about this stuff, and I think it's very interesting. And if you guys are interested in like healthy eating and cooking and grocery hauls and things like that, I'll still keep this type of content around, even though I'm not going to be following the Whole30 diet to a T going forward. But I just wanted to update you guys and let you know how I'm feeling. I haven't like said anything yet on any platform, but it's not really that big of a deal to me. This is just how I feel and how I'm going to move going forward. So if you guys are interested in still continuing to follow this like whole little journey situation, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, want to see more videos like this, give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.